Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Now, today's episode is episode 39, I'm pretty sure. And what that means is this episode is the episode before episode 40, and that means that episode 40 will be a world tour in shaders with a world download as well. So this episode's kind of just as exciting as that one in some weird respect, because next episode's an exciting one. Now, just hold up a second. I've just noticed that my roof is missing. I don't know what actually just happened. Maybe that's a... I don't know what actually just happened. That's very weird. Because I came back about 5 minutes ago and I noticed that this tree was all destroyed. And I fixed that up. Now I'm gonna have to fix up a roof as well. What's going on? What is happening? That is very weird. Okay, carrying on. Carrying on, guys. So, what I was saying is, next episode's our world download, and what I want to do in this episode is kind of do a few things all over the place to get everything ready so that when the world is playable, well, when you guys download the world, you guys know what's going on, because there's a few things that I kind of just do, and for instance, like those buttons down there, I want to just get some labels on them. I want to do a few other things, and yeah, that's sort of stuff. First of all today, guys, I want to go through a few things that have been happening recently. So, I've been, a lot of you may have noticed, a little bit slower on the comments. That's purely because I have been very, very busy. I've got a lot of university stuff, but I have been reading comments, and I've just, yeah, been replying to as many as I can, but it's, in general, it's, I can't take too much time out at the moment, but I'm still gonna get to them. Don't worry. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, and also by the way, I'm almost finished this semester, so that means that there's a whole bunch more stuff coming up, very, very shortly. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly talk about this. So you guys mentioned that this was a bit flat, and these sunflowers. I agree. I completely agree that this looks flat. Now that I look at it, it definitely is very, very flat. What I'm thinking is I might have an idea to kind of fix this. We can maybe get to that sometime this episode. It's not going to be too big of an idea, but it should definitely work quite well. Another thing that happened in the time being is that we have lost our sword. I don't know where we lost our sword. It was a terrible sword anyway, so I'm not really concerned with that. And we lost our dog. Our dog died while attacking a zombie. So we lost our sword, we lost our dog. So at some stage I want to go grab another 2 dogs, because we did have 2 dogs originally. Stuff happened, now we've only got 1, and well, actually now we've got none, so I know where we can get some. We'll have to go back to spawn to grab some dogs, and yeah, that's what's going to happen. Now, one of the things I was going to talk to you about with this sword is, let's just have a look-see here. I've just done a bit of enchanting. You can see I've got 42 levels, which is pretty cool, pretty crazy, and everything is all back up and ready to go. So, what I was doing is I was trying to get a sword which is going to be perfect for slaying some wither skeletons, because, I mean, I want to get some wither skulls. I want to get ourselves a beacon sometime soon, because that's gonna let us do a lot of awesome clearing out. So let's have a look in this chest. You can see I've been enchanting a bunch of swords. We've got ourselves a Smite 4 sword there, and I've also had the Smite 4 book in here, but what the next enchantment is on our enchantment table, I don't think we actually need that. And another thing which I've got is I've got a bunch of these looting. I mean, that's Smite 4. I got really excited when I saw that, but yeah, I don't want that knockback 2 when we're fighting with the skeletons. I think that's just a bit silly. They're just going to get punched off the edge, and yeah, we're going to lose skulls. So I think that one there, looting 3, sharpness 5, we've got a few of those. And do I have any looting 3, just plain looting 3 books? No, that's all right. But yeah, that's a pretty damn good enchantment, and I hope we can get rid of that sharpness when we use our when we use it with our smite sword in the I'm babbling to speak in the anvil. So that's something that we'll have to check out on. But let's have a quick go at enchanting here. So we want that sword in with one of those. Get our smite 4, looting 2. Okay, well that was pointless. We've also got a few more, so maybe we can. We don't need anything specifically, actually. Oh, enchanted. So maybe we'll just take out a bunch of this stuff over here, and we don't need that. Let's actually have a look for this. If we get a punch 2, I'll take it. Power 3, no, and I've been doing so much of this enchanting. What I'll do is I'll just enchant these books, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm actually back now, and I've just thought about something which may have happened. And this is all kind of making a little bit of sense to me. Well, I'll quickly show you what books we got here. So we got ourselves Bane of Arthropods, Power 4, Power 3, and Smite 3. Nothing too exciting there. But the reason we lost this tree, and potentially the reason we lost this building here, is I'm thinking... Well, I mean, I might be wrong here, but maybe there was a thunderstorm which had lightning hit it, and lightning hit that, because there's no other explanation that I can think of why, for instance, a creeper would have exploded, which wouldn't have done that much damage, or anything like that. So I'm thinking maybe that's what happened there, and that is a bit of a pain, and a bit of an annoyance, but that should be alright. I should be able to fix that quite easily. Another thing that I was kind of... that was really weirding me out, but another thing that was weirding me out was when I was telling you in the last episode that my hunger just kept going down. And I'm not too sure what happened there, but as soon as I logged out and logged back in again, I haven't had that problem. So, weird things happen. Weird things happen to me. But yeah, that's, in saying that, we've been really lucky with everything else this series, so it's really not too much of a concern. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enchant, what is that? Smite, looting, sharpness, smite. Yep, this sword is going to be the beginnings of a really awesome sword. We still want some unbreaking on that. Also, mending. We could have actually taken a mending book, but that's alright. We don't really need it. Okay, so I'm back. My phone just was ringing on top of my computer. It was making a bunch of noise. I don't even know if it came through, but that's alright. It's not a big deal. What we're going to do is we're going to put that one on and that one on. So that's 18. I'm sure this way will be a lot cheaper. Wait, that one there, that's 18, wasn't it? That was 10. Let's just go to the cheaper things. 13, 15, 10. Perfect. And please tell me we got enough. What is that? Smite 5, looting 3. I'm happy with that. That'll be a crazy wither killing. Well, actually, not only just wither skeletons, but it'll also be crazy for killing a bunch of the zombies and skeletons and stuff like that. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is something else I've done a bit off camera, which is gathering up a bunch of blue wool. And that's kind of why I've got a bunch of farms there. So we've ended up going with the classic pit design for sheep containing. So we've got a bunch of sheep in here, all in a pit because they can't escape from there. And I've also done a bit to the nether roof, so I'm going to go check that out. Alright, so here we are, and that is kind of where I'm up to with this ceiling. I think there's actually a gap that I haven't got. Yep, that's, I fell short just over there. Now, this is kind of what I'm looking at, and I thought we would just be doing the top, but why this is going to take me a lot longer is I want to do the sides as well, so it looks like we are looking out into a big sky. And I think this isn't actually turning out too bad. I think it's going to start looking a lot better sometime soon. I mean, just have a look up there. It's going to look fake, but that's the point. That's really why it kind of looks like it'll be cool. I don't know. In my head, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to also go down probably like another block and then start placing more wool or clouds and stuff like that. I think that'll look really, really great. And also, you guys did mention that this doesn't really represent what is on the outside of this portal. And I think I think I've got a bit of an idea for this, and I think it's going to be really, really great. So we won't get to that right now, but I thought I'd just let you know what's going on in here and all this type of stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back here, and we're also going to be doing a few things, as I say, getting ready for next episode where we put the world download, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are quite interested in. Oh yeah. That's actually something I never really thought about when I was making these, was that one and that one connect up depending on where you get into the nether portal. So it's not really that important, but that's just something that's happening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab up a bit of beef and probably put some signs down to show you guys what's going on, what does what there, because that's something that will help you if you guys were using that farm and won't make you kill baby cows, because who wants to kill baby cows? I mean, that's just wrong. You don't get any steak from that. So we'll be back when we're down there. Okay, I think I've made this more than easy to read. Water that way, lava that way. And to be completely honest, I'm not 100% sure. So we might have to flip these signs around. But let's give this a test. So lava, because we've got some cows. They're going to be food. Yep, that works. They'll burn. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I've got the friendly creatures on. There we go. Of course, there's a bunch of noise. That's probably why I don't want them on. So let's actually get that off there. Perfect. Back to this. Now, the reason why we've got water and lava, we want the lava to kill those we need the water to run across there, put the items into here, and then we switch it off, make sure it's off. If you guys are using this farm, by the way, make sure the water's completely gone, because else you're just going to get raw beef, because the cows are not going to be burning to death, they're just going to be completely destroyed. So, there we go. That one's done, and one more. So that way I kind of managed to get the cows over, and then I can lava them and do all that sort of stuff. The next thing we're going to do is breed up a few more cows. So let's just do that. Okay guys, I have gone to get ourselves those dogs that I was very, very certain that we had. And I'm fairly certain they have despawned. And that's very strange. I never knew that wild wolves would despawn. They're not even dogs, they were wolves. But I don't know why they despawned. That's very, very odd. And another thing I'm beginning to doubt whether or not is actually here is spawn. Because as far as I thought that the way we found this spawn was by using a compass to kind of get us in the right direction. I always thought a compass took you directly to spawn. But as far as I can see, it might just only get you to 0, 0. On the X and Y, X and Z coordinates. So maybe that's what's happening there. So that's very odd. And is that a dog there? It's a birch tree. Alright, well, I guess that was a bit of a fail. Okay guys, so I'd let you know about, I thought I'd let you know about some of the things that I've done down here. I've quickly put some signs down saying toggle auto kill, which is piston lag, which I'm sure you guys know about with this. Yep, that's the piston lag. That could cause you a bit of grief, but for us, we don't get too much of an issue with that, but if you guys download this build, you might. This one over here is for the lights and the water streams, by the way. Some spiders still will spawn in that one, so bear that in mind if ever you guys do use this. There we go, we'll switch that back to normal. Okay, we are in here, by the way, guys, because I think the next job that we're going to get done today is, probably we'll just put these away for our limited supply of bones, is I'm thinking we're going to make ourselves something that I've been wanting to make for a while, and I think it'll come in really handy for you guys exploring the world, which is a map. And this is going to be a big, huge map of everything, pretty much everything we've got here. So that's the plan. And can we do that? Is that the way you make a map? I think that is. Yes, it is. Wow, that is pretty expensive. Pretty damn expensive with all of those compasses and all of that, because we really, all the sugarcane, because we don't have that much. So is this a good idea? Yeah, let's just use whatever we got there. We'll land up with 2 extra, that's all right. And there, so that'll get us started. We'll plan some more of these. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to sleep. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go copy that map in there first, because we got one map of the farming area, and then we're just going to walk around, get our maps for as much of this area as we can, and then I will see what's going on. So that's looking pretty damn crazy. This, by the way, is only a temporary setup to have this wall over here with the map on it, but yeah, that's looking pretty cool. I can't wait to have this all kind of filled in with stuff. That'll look really, really great. Yeah. So we've got a spot right there we can just quickly do. This is actually something which kind of gives a bit of a perspective to what's going on here. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. So that did get the right area. Perfect. And I think we'll eventually have to make ourselves, maybe in the near future, a bit of a map room, because this is something I definitely want to get into. Putting these together. Come on, get in there. Perfect. And there's the hole in the roof. Oh, wow. That's going to be pretty cool. And I might actually just move these up one, because then we can get ourselves the mesa. And I would imagine we would just be able to stick the mesa into that picture over there. So let's do that. And last one there. So I think we might just be able to do that. So how many more do I need? What's that? 5, 8, 10, 15. Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to have to get ourselves a bunch more, well, actually 4 more of these and a bunch more sugarcane to finish this off. So I'll be back. Okay, so while we're waiting for those things to grow, I thought we could maybe just tackle this little bit of an issue here of this all being sort of flat. Oh man, are you serious? Well, we're actually going to do this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try something out here by using maybe a bit of chiseled brick in there just to bring that out a little bit. And we'll also do stuff to the inside here probably. So let's do that. And we'll have to work out another thing, maybe a in there. Maybe we could just do a stone wall or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's have a look at that. That's already looking a little bit better. Will I do this one there or there? I think we'll keep it as if it's a support at the bottom. Do that there. Pop that one off. And little simple fix, which I hope will make a difference. Yeah, I think this one actually needs to be up here. We can always just extend that bit there, or we can just do something like that. Yeah, we'll need to extend that. That looks funny. Perfect. That'll be alright. We can work that little bit out there to make it look a little bit more natural. Yeah. So maybe I can do this to a few other pieces of this, like that. And we can see how that looks, because I think the corners are going to be... Man, you serious? Got it. I think the corners are going to be where it goes a little bit funny. And you know what I've just done? I've just placed the same block where I was meaning to take it from. So there we go. And please look good. Please look good. I think it looks alright. It's not 100% there, but it's definitely a damn side better from what it was before. And I think I want to try out some of that stone, the cobblestone walls. Let's get some of them. They should be in here, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? I'm pretty sure cobblestone... Oh, you know what? I think I used them all up. That's what happened. And we're running low on cobblestone. Wow. I think it's time for a cobblestone mining session. That's for sure, because I've got a bunch of stone, just no cobblestone. Wow. So let's give this a quick try. Hopefully it looks good. In fact, we could just over here, if it doesn't look 100% right, we can maybe try and hide it a bit. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you can see that there. Maybe what else could we do there? Ah, sheep. I'm not too sure. I think I'll have to figure that one out, but I'll do this for the time being. We can just have a floating pillar, support pillar like that. And I think I will be back once I finish that. And I'll also do a bunch more of this mapping stuff. It's kind of fun just to get it done. It's one of those grindy jobs, which aren't too grindy, but just a bunch of fun to do. So I'll do a bit more of that and I'll be back. Alright guys, so we're up here and I'm busy fixing the roof. So I want to give you guys a little bit of a look around at what it looks like from the top, because I really like seeing this. Another thing while I'm up here, which I thought I may as well talk to you guys about, is we are very quickly, in fact, me saying this right now might even be contradicting myself. By the way, if you hear a noise in the background, there's a cat which never walks past until I start recording. But yeah, there's a very good chance I might even be wrong here. And we are very quickly approaching 2,000 subscribers, which is something very crazy, because only just over a month ago, if I'm correct, we hit 1,000 subscribers, which is very quick. I'm really super excited. Really, it's awesome that we are up to almost 2,000 of you guys. It's something that, when you think about it, it's pretty crazy. It's like, I don't know, I kind of think it's pretty crazy. I know there's YouTube channels with millions and all that, but for us, it's really quite a big achievement. So I'm really happy that we are at that stage. We've got 2,000 of you guys. I don't know, as I say, I'm really excited. So what I'm thinking with the 2,000 is, because we missed our 1,000 subscribers special. Well, I was busy working on it. I'm still working on it, but it's a project that kind of is obsolete, so it needs a bit of stuff to go on that. But for the 2,000 subscriber special, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do something a bit easier, something a bit more simple to make. So if you guys have got any ideas, leave them down in the comment section, because that'll be something really awesome to do. You know, I want to make it cool. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything, because then it'll give you guys ideas. Hopefully you guys, if you've got any ideas, can come up with stuff, because I've got a few things which, if need be, I've got ideas. But if you guys have got anything good, let me know. But yeah, that's kind of how everything's looking from now. So looking like from here, you can kind of see there's our little mine shaft. That's awesome. By the way, what I'm using to stop things from spawning is this brown carpet. It looks kind of red there. But that's what we're going to use on here. I've used some pressure plates on there, because mobs won't spawn on those pressure plates. But I want to switch it over to brown carpet. So we may as well just go around here and place a bunch of... we only had 2 brown carpet around. What we are going to do next is continue on with our other little mini goal for this episode, which is that little map area there. So I'll just keep going on this. I'll probably end up changing those out if I feel like doing it once I've placed all these. If not, they can get changed out another time. But yeah, I'll meet you guys down at the bottom. Alrighty, we have just gone ahead and kind of done a bunch of them. We still are in quite a bit of need of some, what is that stuff, paper? How can I forget the word paper? Now let's see if this is right. No, that doesn't match up, no. In fact, we might have to bring this out one more. What is that one there? That one. Oh man, it's gonna be a bit of a puzzle. But you can see I have done the mesa, and you can see that one there. Pretty sure that one was the one that fits in there. Perfect. So we did get a bit of the mesa in. I've gone ahead and done these, so I think this might be that. Yep, that's that one there for sure. Which one's this one? Let's see. I didn't really hit into that chunk apparently, into that not chunk, map. Is that right? So no, I think up there you can see that doesn't quite match up. Maybe that one goes there. No, it doesn't even go there. There, no. There, yep, that is definitely it. I've also missed out a spot there. I don't think this is matching up. Oh man. Okay, that's just the blank one. Oh, look at what, I never knew that. When you get a blank map like that, just makes a big item frame with a little bit of a checkerboardy sort of thing. Let's zoom in even more. So that's pretty interesting. That could be something neat to use. Let's try something like, what one's that? Pretty big lake. It says it's on, oh, okay, that one will be there. Yep, and then that one will be there. No, it will be here. I'll just put that one there. That one will be here. No, man, I'm really not lucky. There we go. And then we have to find out the last one, which I'm pretty sure is there. And what I'm gonna, man, no, yes, this is it. There we go. All right, so this is gonna be a bit bigger than I thought. So I'm gonna have to do the rest off camera. But for today, guys, I think that is going to do this episode. In fact, let me just quickly finish that off. I think that is actually not going to be a problem. No, we just made it. We just made it. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a bit of something a little bit different. I don't know. We kind of just wanted to fix up a bunch of things because, as I say, this world's going to be downloaded. I want you guys to get the world in a good condition. So I think it'll be a lot easier when you can see where you are. You can see, for instance, we're there. Kind of get your whereabouts, because I don't know, I think maybe I know this place a lot better than what other people know it, and you can see that one there doesn't have our barn included, so I'm gonna have to include that in it. But yeah, that's sort of the thing that we're doing. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about the base. Also, tell me what you think about the 2,000 subscriber special. I want to know what you guys are thinking, so let me know down in the comment section. But yep, looking forward to the next episode, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.